Breaking news from Houston, Texas. What began as an innocent children's prank has ended in unimaginable tragedy. An 11-year-old boy has died after being shot while playing a game known as Ding Dong Ditch, ringing someone's doorbell and then running away. It happened late Saturday night in Eastside Houston. The group of children had approached a home just before 11 o'clock. Moments later, gunfire rang out. According to investigators, the boy was struck in the back as he tried to run. Friends who were with him immediately screamed for help. Neighbors called 911 and paramedics rushed the child to the hospital. Sadly, despite emergency surgery, he died the following day. The Houston Police Department says one adult was detained at the scene for questioning. That individual was later released, but the case remains open. Detectives are now working with the Harris County District Attorney's Office to determine what charges may follow. Authorities believe this incident will likely be investigated as a homicide, since it does not appear to fall under Texas's self-defense laws. The neighborhood where this happened is described as normally quiet, but on that night it was filled with sirens and flashing lights. Residents stood outside their homes in disbelief. One local resident told reporters, "They were just kids. How could anyone fire a gun at an 11-year-old for knocking on a door?" Sadly, this is not the first time a prank has ended in deadly violence. In 2023 in Southern California, a man intentionally rammed his car into a group of teenagers after they rang his doorbell and ran. 3 of those teens were killed, and the man is now serving a life sentence. More recently, earlier this year in Virginia, a 16-year-old was fatally shot while attempting the same prank for a social media video. That shooter has been charged with second-degree murder. These incidents highlight a disturbing trend. What may seem like harmless fun, a simple prank, is colliding with America's ongoing crisis of gun violence. Experts say fear, mistrust, and quick access to firearms are turning ordinary encounters into life-or-death situations. Community leaders in Houston are calling for calm and for reflection. Local activists have emphasized the need for parents to talk with their children about the risks of certain games, while also stressing the responsibility of adults not to react with violence. One pastor in the area said, "We cannot keep excusing deadly force as a first response. We must teach restraint because our children are paying the price." The boy's family, who have asked for privacy, are left to grieve the loss of their son. Friends have described him as playful, full of energy, and loved by everyone who knew him. A memorial of flowers and candles has already begun to grow outside the house where the shooting occurred. Houston police say the investigation is ongoing, and more details are expected in the coming days. For now, the case serves as a devastating reminder of how quickly tragedy can unfold. A prank that was meant to cause laughter instead ended with the loss of a young life. This is USA News Today, and we will continue to follow this heartbreaking story as it develops.